2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Pacific Palisades, California, our opening round coverage of the Genesis Invitational is set to begin. Welcome, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey. Henny Koyak is walking with the feature group today, and John McCarthy is on the course as well. And Rich, this tournament is dripping in storylines, especially for our featured player. As we get set for the first round of action, what can you tell us about this course?
I think it's not only the golf course, but the history behind it, Andrew. If you look back, Ben Hogan had a great run here, won 2 LA Opens here, also the US Open. I just look at this golf course as it's so special, so difficult, but it's right in front of you. There's nothing hidden about it. It's right there for the taking, but in the end, though, it's going to beat you up pretty good if you're not on top of your game. This, to me, is probably one of the most complete golf courses you can play in the U.S.
Let's go down to the 10th hole. We touched on this earlier, but there appears to be a rivalry taking shape today. Let's go down to Henny with more.
Andrew, in the lead up to this matchup today, I really can't tell you where each player's skill level is, because the confidence in the talk between the two has been sky high. One player is going to leave disappointed and one is going to be walking on the clouds. This is really something, this rivalry.
Okay, Henny, this rivalry should really spice up our week. John, your green side, what do you see in this putt?
Looking like a pretty hard right to left break in this putt.
Let's see if the player can make this putt for par. This putt from 5 feet away.
Yeah, he's looking at a bogey putt here.
Here's a look at how things stand. It's a one-shot lead. To the 11th, and it's a par 5.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
I think this one will find the fairway quite easily.
Yeah, going for it in 2. Okay, he wants to win. It looks so good for so long, but now it's first cut.
Now over to Justin Thomas.
Currently top 30 in the FedEx Cup points list.
Big time play, that one, at the right time too.
That's just what he does. This is why you can never get too confident against this player.
That'll go a long way to getting up and down and saving par. This putt for a share of second place. There's a birdie, and that's just what the doctor ordered after bogey on the previous hole. Here's a look at the updated leaderboard. He is in a tie for second. And now teeing off on this par 4. Look at that drive. He got all of it. This shot is about 170 yards. Just one stroke off the lead.
This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
Yeah, I like that. That's okay there. That's a safe shot. This putt to get to 5 under. Henny is greenside.
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup.
Just needed a little bit more on that one. And just to finish off the par. As we check the leaderboard, our featured player is in 2nd place. Time for the tee shot on 13.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
Really well done.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
This putt from 5 feet. That putt goes in. Let me count them up. 1, 2, 3. That's the 6th birdie of the day.
The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Luke, this is a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip. Historically, it's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
John, what's the line on this putt?
Looks like it's going left to right on this putt.
Oh, that's well judged. He had the right speed there. Easy 2-putt. Par putt coming up here. And down it goes. Currently 5 under for the round. This 15th hole, a very strong par 4, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
An opportunity for a birdie here. Didn't quite get enough on that one. Just a short putt remaining here. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. Currently 5 under for the event. The 16th hole, short par 3, Rich, but really good if he can get it close.
It's an island green, if you can believe that. It's surrounded by bunkers. I think this is another one of the all-time great designs. It's only about 160 yards, Luke, but the whole green is surrounded by bunkers. Everything feeds towards the center and the front of this green once it gets on there. I just think this is a magnificent design. If you hit it in any one of those bunkers, making a par will be nearly impossible.
Just 3 feet to the cup.
It's a short putt, but it's moving to the left.
That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost.
Here's a look at the leaderboard, and he is tied for the lead. I like that one. 5 under at the moment. That's how you take on a par 5.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
Henny, what is he looking at with this putt?
Honestly, guys, I stopped counting at 40 feet. This is way out.
A very long putt coming up. Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
It's so subtle, but it is going to go right.
Time now for Justin Thomas.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Well, this would be a big birdie here. Good putt to make. Oh, he's going to like the look of this. Will it go in?
7 feet to the cup.
This is for par.
Not enough behind that one. And just a short one left for bogey. After that hole, our featured player is sliding down the leaderboard. Now to 18, the par 4.
Tee shot up the hill, fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole.
If this putt drops, we've got a tie at the top. Oh, that birdie would have been a big boost to the card. And just this short one left for par. Time to go sign your card and get something to eat. Rich, as you know, you can't win the tournament in the first round, but you can certainly lose it. I'd say that's a good day for our featured player.
It was a solid day all around, wasn't it? Really kept themselves in this tournament with 3 rounds to go.
Well, that will do it for today. For all of us here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan. Thanks for watching. .2K Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Welcome back to Riviera. It's the final round of the Genesis Invitational. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan. Welcome back. Here we go on 2K Sports. Our leader is at 5 under par. Let's check in with the play on number 10. He'll need to keep that razor-sharp focus if he wants to carry this lead all the way to the end. That's a good one to build momentum on. John has the latest from the grounds.
Hey guys, we are checking in with Tiger Woods as he gets set for his next shot here on the 14th.
Oh, this is...
And there it goes from the sand.
7 under for the tournament. Six feet to the hole. Not sure if that was a misread, but it comes up short. A par putt and moving on to the next. As we head to the next hole, our featured player is currently tied for first. Time for a par 5 as we've hit the 11th hole.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Rich, when Tiger is playing like this, how intimidating is it for the rest of the field?
Well, I hope it's as intimidating as it was when I was out there trying to beat him, because these kids are now getting a taste of what it's like when Tiger is at his best. It's no fun. You don't want to play him when he's at his best.
Here's the third shot. Currently tied for the lead. Magic with the short club. This putt left for birdie. Okay, let's update the leaderboard, and after that hole, the tie is broken. We have a solo leader. Here's a look at the 12th hole. It's a par 4. This is looking really nice off the tee.
This is the major champion, Matt Fitzpatrick now. 1 stroke off the lead. Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole. A wonderful shot and a birdie opportunity coming up at the 12th.
All right, let's get back to the action. Henny, what can you tell us about this shot?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Target practice with these approach shots, just like that.
This one here, this is for back-to-back birdies, moving him in the right direction.
Henny, what do you see in this putt?
Don't be fooled. It starts straight, but there's definite movement to the right at the end.
Moving on to the next. After that hole, he still has the top spot on the leaderboard. We've hit a par 4. It's the 13th hole.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Ooh, staying aggressive. Going for the green. And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Absolutely. Love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Okay, we've got about a 140-yard shot here.
drawing it in there beautifully.
Justin Thomas, he looks like he's having an absolute blast out there today. That was a fantastic shot into this green.
He makes the putt and extends his lead. As we head to the next hole, our featured player has a 2-shot cushion.
Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
Setting up this putt 22 feet from the cup.
Seven feet to the cup. And this one will be for bogey. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by one. This has to be one of the more difficult holes in golf, the long par 4.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Okay, my money is on a right to lefter.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. And the putt drops now at 8 under, heading down the stretch.
Yeah, with just a slim lead coming down that stretch, anything can happen.
Let's see what happens here at the 16th.
It's an island green, if you can believe that. It's surrounded by bunkers. I think this is another one of the all-time great designs. It's only about 160 yards, Luke, but the whole green is surrounded by bunkers. Everything feeds towards the center and the front of this green once it gets on there. I just think this is a magnificent design. If you hit it in any one of those bunkers, making a par will be nearly impossible.
3 feet to go here to the hole. Now that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert.
Time now for the par 5, 17th hole.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
From here, he's got to be thinking 2 putts. This one a good distance away. That's a good job from that distance. That's a rough one, a 3-putt par on this hole. No change atop the leaderboard after that hole. He's made his way to 18 with the lead. Time to get it done. That's going to work nicely for him. Second shot here at 18. Wow, another shot on the green. We've seen that a lot today.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
This is what you dream about. One putt to win the tournament. I'm not sure what he saw on that one. All right, the time is now to win this event. Cannot walk away with par. It's all on the line right here. There it is. Our featured player wins the Genesis Invitational.
And no better venue than Riviera Country Club to win.
It's going to be hard to wipe the smile off the face of our featured player, not only coming out on top with the trophy, but Henny defeating their rival in the process.
Andrew, we doubted this player, but no more. They have proven today that they can talk the talk and walk the walk.
We had so much fun out there today. Thank you for joining us. For all of us at 2K Sports, we'll see you soon.